So the Trump administration, and more specifically Donald Trump himself, continues his daily bashing of Jerome Powell. I did a video a couple days ago where I was explained, what was kind of unfolding between, the Trump administration and Powell relative to Trump's continued calls for Powell to lower interest rates, right? Trump's saying, look, things are down, inflation's under control, you need to be lowering rates. And then Powell came out and made some remarks on Wednesday, basically indicated that inflation's going up because of what they anticipate will be the result from the tariffs. Well, this did not sit well with Trump. I didn't get a video out yesterday, but Trump came out and it said, of course, he's blaming tariffs. That's not, basically his job to look forward, but to look at the data as it is right now. So the story today is out of CNBC. Markets are closed, stock markets closed, the metals, gold and silver markets closed, crypto continues to trade, and it's really just been pretty much sideways for a couple of weeks now. But the one story out of CNBC I thought would be of some interest to you guys is Trump renews call for interest rate cut, says rates would be lower if Fed Chief Powell understood what he was doing. And this kind of also led me to the thumbnail title for today saying you're fired. And as I'll explain, this article lays out Trump is, the administration is now researching whether or not Trump has the ability to actually fire Jerome Powell. Powell's indicated that he is going to stay on, intends to stay on through his current term in 2026. So it says President Donald Trump, oh, by the way, Elizabeth Warren was out, I think, on a talk show yesterday saying that, if Trump did that, it would crash the stock market, that it would basically, completely undermine confidence in the system. Leave me your thoughts below, right? I mean, to what extent has confidence not already been substantially undermined over the past many, many years, right? With the charade that's been rolled out since, early 2020. Right. So this is President Donald Trump on Friday lobbed his latest criticism at Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell as the White House, discontent for the economic policy leader hits a fever pitch. During a Friday afternoon question and answer session with reporters, Trump pointed to examples of prices going down. If we had a Fed chairman, this is a quote from Trump, that understood what he was doing, interest rates would be coming down too, Trump said. He should bring them down. Trump has long argued that the Fed, which sets the monetary policy in the U.S., should cut down interest rates. His latest comments come as the White House has ratcheted up its attacks on Powell in recent days. A White House economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, said Friday that, here we go, Trump and his team are assessing whether they can remove the Fed chair. Powell has said previously that he cannot be fired under the law and intends to serve to the end of his term, and that's May of 2026. Says the president and his team will continue to study that matter, Hassett said at the White House after a reporter questioned if firing Powell is an option in a way that it wasn't before, according to Reuters. Trump posted on Truth Social Media on Thursday that Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. His post included the nickname of Too Late for Powell. He calls him Too Late Powell, a continuation of Trump's habit of giving satirical titles to political rivals. His use of the word termination raised questions around if Trump was referring to Powell's potential removal from his post ahead of schedule. Hassett said on Friday the administration will look at if there's new legal analysis that would allow for his firing. So all I'm saying is, this continues to or will continue to inject more uncertainty, into the markets, into the confidence of investors. Okay. Says Powell appeared to irk Trump after saying on Wednesday that the president's contentious tariff plan could drive up inflation in the near term and create challenges for the central bank in managing goals of high unemployment rates and price stability. Powell said Trump's levies, many of which are currently on pause, are likely to move us further away from our goals. We may find ourselves, according to Powell, in the challenging scenario in which our dual mandate goals are in tension. And that's what Powell said on Wednesday. I covered that on Wednesday's show. If you didn't have a chance to see it, go back and take a look at it. Powell also said that the Fed was well positioned to wait for greater clarity before considering any adjustments to the policy stance. So it says, as Trump's team has scaled up criticism, some Democrats have gone on the defense. Again, Elizabeth Warren, Democrat, Massachusetts, warned on Thursday that the president firing the Fed chief would be dire for U.S. financial markets. And she said, understand this, if Chairman Powell can be fired by the president of the United States, it will crash the markets in the United States. So again, markets have been crashing anyway, okay? We know that. If you guys are in the stock market, hopefully you're hedged to the downside. And you're protecting your portfolios, your retirement. I just want to say happy Easter to everybody, to your families, and God bless each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a fantastic Easter weekend with family and with loved ones. Life is very, very short. I got news a couple days ago. A good friend of mine passed away very, very unexpectedly from a medical procedure that went wrong, and it's just we never know. So take every moment. Don't get too caught up in this stuff. Enjoy the break over the weekend, because come Monday morning, of course, news will be flying again, and it will be back in the trenches. Sorry for not being as consistent this week with videos. I've had several. Which is unusual, not good, good for business, not good for what's happening. Several elder abuse matters come before me, and it's really sad what's happening. It's always, I've discussed before, it's always a money grab with people, and it's so sad what happens. And a lot of this is within families, right? Sons and daughters taking advantage of elderly parents. You've got caregiver abuse situations, and it's very, very sad. So anyway, been just slammed with drafting lawsuits and injunctions and list pendants work and all this kind of stuff the last several days. So I've been a bit less consistent. Hope to be back on track this next week. So again, happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you in the coming couple of days. Okay, bye.